Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Sweet Fuse at your side. We are on Subaru Shidou's route still, and we're still in the horror section of the theme park. Though we ought to be just about done here, we're in the middle of defusing a bomb, so I want to jump right into that and finish off that little piece of the challenge. And Urabe admitted to being the traitor of the group, so we'll be dealing with him shortly too. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Alright, we're going to talk about this later, but right now we don't have time.
He reached for the blue wire.
Whoa, what? You're gonna trust the guy who just told you he's a traitor?
Well, I think he did all this because he doesn't want to die. What should we do? I'm trusting Urabe because I don't think he wants to die. Guys, I think we should trust Urabe.
Are you kidding me? Do you understand what happens if we get it wrong? There won't be enough of us left to fill a thimble. True, but we don't have time to think it through. We should just take a chance on whichever one has the best odds.
Yeah. I felt someone looking at me and turned around. Urabe? He didn't say anything, but I thought I saw the hint of a smile in his eyes. I guess he's grateful for me sticking up for him. We had less than a minute left on the timer. We had to make a decision. The red wire or the blue one?
He might be a traitor, but his logic's better than anything we've come up with. I say we trust him.
With his ultimatum given, Mitarashi turned his back to the bomb and sat down cross-legged on the floor. Mister?
Mister? That's way too formal. We're bros.
He lifted Mai up onto his knee and put a protective arm around her.
Oh, I guess that's it then.
He nodded and moved to stand between Mitarashi and the bomb in what was likely a vain attempt to shield her from the blast.
Here we go.
He looked around at us one last time, and we all nodded. Shidou held the clippers up to the wire, squeezed the grip, and... cut it.
Nothing happened? Does it look like it? The timer stopped at 5 seconds. Then...
We'd done it! Smiles began to break out when...
Wrong.
What?
Ew.
Unfortunately, your answer is incorrect.
Oh no! The timer suddenly started to count down again. And before we knew it, the numbers hit 0.
Stage 3 failed.
The announcement hit me like a punch to the stomach. What? Game over? Are we dead?
No, that's not possible. You told me the answer yourself just last night.
I guess the traitor has been betrayed. His voice was a mix of anger and desperation.
Oink, oink, oink. Well, unfortunately for you, that was an itty-bitty lie. Think of it as insurance. I was starting to wonder if I could trust you. Anyway, the answer was to cut all the wires. Didn't the announcement say that? Didn't it say all these sins?
That's true.
All the wires? You mean the missing sins, the blue journal? All that was just to trick us? But that's childish, dishonest, and... Damn. Of course it is. Childish and dishonest is his calling card. Why didn't I notice it earlier?
It was all a trick? I didn't know what else to say.
Shouldn't you all be, I don't know, running for your lives about now?
Isn't that futile? Oh, that's right, we failed. So, the bombs were about to go off.
We need to get out of here.
I thought he said if we failed even one, we were all dead.
That's easy to say, but...
Since Hogstein's revelation, Urabe had looked empty and beaten, but now he suddenly straightened up.
This way.
I skipped the line, darn it, sorry. He headed over to a nearby bookshelf and tapped one of the books. The entire shelf slid to the side, revealing a doorway.
Whoa! This leads outside, quickly. You must hurry.
We didn't wait for him to say it twice, and ran through the door as fast as we could.
Go, just go. Hang on tight, Mai. You don't want to get thrown off.
Okay! Where's Urabe? Don't you dare stay behind! I looked back over my shoulder.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't even sure I'd heard it. Urabe? No! His name was barely out of my mouth when I heard an explosion. Not even a second later, the shockwave hit, throwing me forward. Smoke instantly filled the hallway, and I stumbled forward, blinded. I can't keep going. But just as I was about to collapse, I felt someone grab my hand.
Don't give up.
Shidou?
Let's go.
I focused on his hand, picked myself up, and began to run again. No, Urabe, you can't be dead. We hadn't gone very far before I heard another explosion from behind us.
Gah.
The blast slammed into me, and I felt my body begin to fall when... Shidou? He'd wrapped his arms around me and turned his back to the explosion. Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Protect and serve, right? I've been in worse graves.
He was looking out for me. Another blast hit us, far more powerful than the others, and then everything went dark. Don't you dare be a game over! I followed the guide! Oh no, Horror World is gone. I want it back! No, my favorite!
Hey, are you alright?
My eyes fluttered open, and I saw Shidou bending over me. The smoke had cleared, so I figured I must have been out for a little while. What happened to the hospital? It looks like it's that crater there.
Have a look, it's toast.
I spun around. Mitarashi was right. There was nothing left but a mass of twisted, smoking debris. Oh gosh. I tried to stand up, but the escape had taken all I had in me, and my legs just didn't have the strength. Everyone else was silent. Wait, Urabe! What about Urabe?
We didn't see him. He might have taken a different way out of the hospital, but...
No. I bit my lip.
Damn, I knew that guy was hiding something. Ugh.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I think I just took a hit to the gut.
The next voice I heard was the one I would have been happy to never hear again.
Hogstein?
My oh my, I can't believe all of you survived. It's like a miracle, only that. And it was such a good explosion too.
What do you mean all of us survived, so you know Urabe's safe?
You son of a bitch. Bringing my daughter into this was a pretty low move, pal. Wasn't this supposed to be a 7-player game? And you won't even play by your own rules.
Whoa, hold on there, cowboy. I was as surprised by your spawn being here as you were. Oink. This little twerp is definitely not supposed to be in my park, you understand?
You got this whole place under surveillance. How could you miss her?
In fact, taking 8 people into a game would be against the rules, so I'm thinking about killing a hostage. Oink oink oink. But I still need to figure out what to do with this little girl.
As the pig's gaze turned toward her, Mai scurried around behind Mitarashi.
Of course. Let's add her in as a participant. You get a new friend, and I get a chance to show off someone else. That's what I call a win-win.
What do you mean, show off someone else? How's that girl going to be any good of a participant?
Whoa, you're talking about a kid here, man.
You should just let Mai leave the park.
No. I made up my mind, and that's that.
Is it time to get mad again? He wasn't going to let Mai go. I felt my hands balling into fists. Oh yeah, here it comes. He doesn't listen to us at all, and he barely follows his own rules. Just makes stuff up as he goes along. He's all excited about offing someone else? That's awful. What a jerk. Seeing red. Putting a little girl like Mai in that kind of danger is just kind of snap. What's wrong with you? Smack.
Sorry.
You're going to try to force a little kid to play your sick game? Adults are supposed to help and protect kids, not try and kill them. What's wrong with you?
When did I ever say anything about being an adult?
Oh, well, you kind of have the stature for it, I guess. You're carrying a cigar.
Uh, oink, oink, oink. Well, I mean, I was just kidding around. A little joke. For fun.
Well, it wasn't funny. I frowned.
What?
The point is, I already have what I want.
What? That felt almost serious.
And now I must leave you. Bye-bye.
What the hell did that mean? He was gone, and the screen flickered off. So, what about Mai?
Damn it.
We didn't resolve that. We all sat down exhausted. The game of the day had been beaten, but... Urabe. But Hogstein said everyone survived. Does that mean he knows? We hadn't been able to stop the bomb, and Urabe had disappeared. We didn't even know if he was alive. Nobody's gonna think about that. I'm not sure how long we sat there before Shidou suggested we go get something to eat. I didn't feel very hungry, but Mai, apparently oblivious to the larger things at stake, was starving. We lumbered to our feet and headed in that direction. And the mimes are back. As soon as we stepped inside the restaurant, Miyoshi headed over to one of the piglets and began discussing something with it. What are they talking about? It didn't take long for me to find out.
I asked them to help fix you up, Mitarashi. Huh? Your injury. It looks like you're in a lot of pain.
A piglet approached and gestured for Mitarashi to accompany it. It's about time we understood the accompanying gesture.
Right. Guess I'll go with this guy then.
We nodded, and he disappeared off into the kitchen.
Might as well get something in our stomachs. We'll need it tomorrow. You're probably right.
We'd all ordered and begun to eat when Mitarashi returned. Dinner was quiet, unlike the night before, but it was hardly surprising. One of our companions had gone missing. That image, the smoking wreckage of the hospital, refused to leave my mind. Nobody's talking. I looked around the table. Everyone's expression was dark and gloomy.
So, Urabe.
What?
Never mind.
He shook his head and tried to go back to eating.
Well, he, probably had his reasons, right? Unless we can ask him, we'll never really know.
Maybe he was blackmailed.
I guess you got a point. If it wasn't for him, every single person sitting at this table would be dead right now.
Yeah, he saved our lives. That seemed to end the conversation, and we went back to eating in silence. They're probably all wondering what to do next, too. I hope Urabe was safe. Maybe he'll make it to the ship tonight.
You know, the pig says something kind of strange, remember? I already have what I want. What's weird about that?
We don't know yet. We just know it's weird.
Think about what he's saying. He's obviously referring to us, and if Mai isn't wanted, then it's us specifically. So you're saying he didn't just pick us at random? No way to know for sure, but we had to acknowledge the possibility that they wanted you, me, and all of us here for some nefarious purpose.
Well, shouldn't we all kind of discuss what we have in common then? Like with Saul, you know? That one person that we all knew and had interactions with. Shidou had been running security, and Mikasa had been invited as a celebrity guest. Miyoshi had come for exclusive DLC, and I was pretty sure Mitarashi had come just because he wanted to be there for the opening of a new park. And Shirabe had been brought to the park by a mysterious phone call. I feel like Shirabe's case is the one that would more easily point us in the right direction. You certainly wouldn't think these guys have anything in common by looking at them. Was there something else going on? Something behind the games that we couldn't see? Clearly. And there's the hotel. We finished our meals and split up to go look for Urabe before the hotel docked. But either he wasn't out there or didn't want to be found, and we met back at the dock exhausted.
It looks like our time is up for now.
No.
Well, the pig's not gonna stop just so we can look for Urabe. We need to get some rest for tomorrow. We are going to get another second chance. No more failures. Yeah.
With heavy hearts, we ended our search and headed into the hotel. Where did you go? I'm sure he's still out there. He'll probably pop up just when we need him. We were all way too exhausted to carry on any sort of conversation, so after short goodbyes, we headed off to our rooms. I collapsed into my bed as soon as I was close enough to it to do so, expecting that I'd be asleep in minutes, but that didn't happen, of course, because I need my nightly walk. I wonder where Urabe is. I kept thinking about him, and about the hospital getting blown up. Why was Urabe working with Hogstein? And why'd that stupid pig have to blow up part of Uncle Keiji's park after he worked so hard on it? Maybe if I just tried harder. Ugh, I've got too much to think about. No way I'm getting to sleep. I sat up and sighed. I wonder if anybody else is having trouble sleeping. Yep, everybody, but I know who I'm choosing. I didn't want to be a whiner, but I felt like I had to talk about this stuff with someone. And I know just the one. Oh, I don't even get a choice. It's just going right there. Break time begins. Who'd be visiting me this late? Ah, he's coming to visit me. That's why I didn't get to choose. I opened the door to find... Do you know what it means when a man comes to visit a woman's room late at night? Do I get to use that line this time? That's usually what the guy says.
Are you all right?
Oh, Shidou, what are you doing here?
I was worried. You looked especially sad when we all split up. And, I thought maybe we could talk a little.
Sure. Exactly what I wanted. Really? I was, just thinking about that too.
Not surprising. We've been through a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything's going to be fine. Don't let yourself worry too much.
Thanks.
I'm sure he had his reasons. Maybe we'll never know what they were, but... Well, what I'm trying to say is that I know how easy it is to worry when a man goes off the radar. I've been there, and it's tough, but we have to keep moving. It feels like a sort of betrayal to push that worry aside, but just remind yourself, Urabe saved us for a reason. Aren't we betraying him if we give up?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Good. Then I think we both need some rest.
Yeah, come to bed with me. 10-4, officer. You get some shut-eye too. There's a bed right here, right here!
Huh. Will do. Good night.
Yeah, of course these games are always too clean. He gave me a small grin, turned away, and disappeared down the hallway. I have to admit, I feel a little better now. Alright, time for me to get some sleep. I was going to need my rest, so the sooner I got into bed, the better. Hi! Ah, how'd you get in here? Mai, what are you doing here? Can I sleep with you? What about Mitarashi? Did he chase you away because he didn't want a little girl in his bedroom? Of course. I mean, if it's okay with your dad. Yeah. He did say they don't live together, so maybe she feels kind of uncomfortable staying with him. Okay, let's get in bed then. I tucked her in, then turned off the lights, and climbed into bed myself. This is kind of like having a little sister. Mai was already snoring softly. I let my eyes drift closed. Ah. Oh, here we go. The dream again. For the rest of my life, I would never forget the taste of that ice cream. Hey, what should we ride next? How about the teacups? Hold on a minute, you two. If you go on all the rides right away, you'll tire yourselves out.
He's right, you know. We've got plenty of time. What do you say to some ice cream?
What flavors do you want? Chocolate. Vanilla! Akane wants vanilla! Alright, here you go. Thank you! A hungry Mai shook me awake the next morning. Gosh, I slept like a rock. I must have been more tired than I realized. As Mai and I ate breakfast, I thought back over what had happened the day before. One of us had disappeared in the explosion. There was no getting around it. Just thinking about it made my chest ache, but... the rest of us are still together. We can handle anything that pig throws at us, can't we? Shidou was right about doing our best to win for Urabe. I dug into my food with renewed determination. Oh god, the stupid cold. I'm really glad Shidou didn't get hurt in the explosion. There was a very good chance I wouldn't have made it out if he hadn't helped me. Too bad Mitarashi wasn't so lucky. He'd gotten hurt somehow every day so far. Oh, poor guy. Most recently, he'd been hit in the stomach protecting Wakasa when the hospital exploded. And I don't think that wound he got from taking that arrow for me on the first day is healed yet either. Do you not like peppers? Huh? Oh, no, peppers are fine. I hadn't realized I'd been absent-mindedly stabbing at a pepper in my salad with my fork as I thought. Oh, I don't like them. I thought maybe you didn't like them too. Oh no, I love bell peppers. Hey, after we finish breakfast, you want to go check up on Mitarashi? What do you say? Yeah, you know he got hurt, right? I'm a little worried he might just be pretending he's okay. Okay, let's go! We finished up our breakfast quickly and headed off to visit Mitarashi. Oh, you're all already here? What, did we all go check up on him?
Good morning. Kinda check up on him.
We were all crammed into his room, with Mitarashi sitting in his bed looking grumpy. Is he in pain? Even Mai seemed to realize he wasn't all right, and didn't immediately jump up on him like she had before. Are you okay?
Yeah, more or less.
For him, that was as good as a no.
I think you're going to have to sit this one out.
Is Hogstein going to be okay with that?
If you push yourself too hard, you're just going to make it worse.
Wakasa didn't look very happy either. Maybe he was feeling guilty that Mitarashi had gotten hurt protecting him.
Guess I don't really have a choice.
He let out a long sigh and leaned back in an uncharacteristic display of resignation.
If I'm a dick about it, and then I end up getting in the way, I'll feel pretty stupid. It makes more sense for me to stay on the bench. I'm not saying I don't think this is the best course of action, but you really think that pig's gonna let you get away with it?
That's what I'm saying.
It's hard to say.
We all frowned. I think someone should stay with Mitarashi. I'm just not sure who. Oh, I definitely don't think that would be allowed.
Good point. Whoa. Look, you guys don't need to be worrying about me. You've got enough on your plate with trying to finish today's game, short on manpower. The fewer of you that are out there, the harder it's going to be to win, right?
Yeah, but also the less people in danger. It made sense.
Oh, I was thinking I'd leave mine behind with you. I don't want her in the game anyway, so it's a win-win.
Oh, that's a good idea. She should be safe here. Well, she can't exactly take care of him, though.
Can you look after him?
Yeah. She nodded. Mitarashi shrugged and sighed.
Too bad she's not 10 years older.
Or maybe a little older than that, Mitarashi?
Hi. Chill, man, it was just a joke. I'm a great babysitter, don't worry about a thing.
Hey, I'm the babysitter. Oh, that's so cute.
Of course, ma'am. I'll be real well behaved, I promise.
With that, it was decided. Mitarashi and Mai would stay behind at the hotel. Ooh boy, I can't wait to see what Hogstein has to say about this. Before long, we'd arrived at the tower of Orthanc.
Oh, something wrong? You seem to be missing a few people.
His tone made me want to punch something, but instead I just ground my teeth and kept quiet.
We would like you to approve the temporary withdrawal of Ryusei Mitarashi, an injured player who would take the focus off the game and make it much more boring.
Very well. I approve your request. It is done. Oink.
It wasn't quite what I'd been expecting.
Ah, it was too easy. He's hiding something.
Is he going to do something to Mitarashi and Mai on the ship? Is he going to plant a bomb on the ship so if we don't pass this next test, then Mitarashi and Mai get blown up? Yeah, I agree. Shirabe and I kept our voices low, and if the Count heard us, he didn't say anything.
After yesterday, I can breathe a little easier. So maybe I'm just feeling magnanimous.
What?
Nothing at all. Just talking to myself. Anyway, I've got an announcement for all of you. From now on, every time you let an attraction blow up, I'm going to off one of the hostages.
Oh no!
You proved yesterday that I can blow up a whole attraction and nobody dies. Where's the excitement? The thrill? We need something at stake. If that doesn't put the spring back in your step, I don't know what will. I just hope running with a smaller crew doesn't come back to bite you in the ass.
Always the charmer, that one.
Then, does that mean he's changing the rules? That's not fair.
If this had been a consequence from the beginning, I could understand, but I can't agree to this kind of change.
But if you beat the game, then the outcome is the same. Or were you planning to fail? Oink oink oink.
His ugly laugh cut out as the screen went black. This guy is in for a serious ass-kicking when we get to him.
Damn, he's not giving us a choice.
Then, we should get going. We need to start as soon as possible.
Oh, Ken's right.
Where are we going next? Okay, let's go. The mood was grim as we headed toward the next attraction. What's next? What's next? What the heck is this? Space? Alien stuff? Mars? Before long, we arrived at the destination, Shooting Colony.
So, what's the deal with this one? Oh yeah, Mitarashi's not here this time.
Don't worry, I asked him about it. What, he's actually more of an expert than you on this one, Mayoshi? Oh, it's probably going to be really sad he missed this one.
Good work, let's hear it.
The attraction we'll be going through here is called Moonlight OX. Oh, what's it about? You're on the moon in a colony that's been destroyed by aliens. The main characters are a guy and girl who fly around in a little spaceship. It's a pretty standard 3D shooter. But the thing that makes it stand out is the protagonists are sort of cow people. Cow people? Seriously? They're what? Oh, that's just weird. Is that something girls are into these days? No! Beats me.
Science fiction, eh? Well, this place has variety, I'll give it that. I won't lie, with just 5 of us, I have a feeling things are going to get a lot tougher. We need to make sure not to let our guard down.
Right, we can do it, guys. We looked around at each other and nodded. I can't wait to see how other routes go, like if Mitarashi is going to be with us more often if we're going on his route, and if Urabe disappears if we're going on his route, stuff like that. I'm really curious. Urabe gave us this chance. We have to do our best. And we shall.
Moonlight Ox.
Yeah, since they said we're cow people, I guess it's actually Ox, not OX. As soon as we arrived at Moonlight Ox, Hogstein's voice boomed out over the speakers.
Welcome to Moonlight Ox. You and your partner can escape this destroyed colony with your overflowing love power.
Yeah. That sounds fantastic. Escape the colony? That must be what Mayoshi was talking about.
Correct. It's just like the game. Well, we're gonna have to split up again. Not good.
The piglet in front of the attraction began waving and gyrating in our direction. Gyrating? That's inappropriate. So we're going to have to drive something as partners?
Looks like it. I think he's saying we need to get into the ships in pairs.
He's still at the best of understanding what they're saying, but I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it too.
Alright then, let's figure out our pairs.
Me and you, Shidou. There's an odd number of us, though.
I don't mind going solo. Given your proclivity toward video games, you're probably the best choice for a one-man team.
Who do I want to pair with? I found myself glancing over at Shidou, and as I did, our eyes met. Huh? I turned away, startled. What was that? Wait, why do I feel all flustered? 'Cause you're falling in love.
Hey, Inafune.
Yes? Yes?
Would you like to pair up with me?
Of course. What?
Is that a problem?
I felt my heart jump. Why am I acting like this? Before I could respond, though, Wakasa spoke up. That's no fair. How come you get to pair up with the only girl, and I get stuck making love power with some old dude? Hey, Inafune, you want to go with me?
Love power? He gets stuck making love power with an old dude.
Sorry, bud, but nope. Sticking with the big guy. Wait, seriously? What's going on here? I hadn't expected choose between two men to end up on my list of things to do that day. Shidou! I need a real man. Well, Shidou did ask first. It was a silly excuse, but... sorry. Aw, man. Lame. He didn't appear too upset, though, and just shrugged and walked off. Well, he tried. Sorry, I just felt like going with Shidou today. Just felt like. So, why did you ask to partner with me? It didn't quite make sense.
Right. Well, I was curious. Did you sleep well last night? How are you feeling?
Oh yeah, I slept fine. Thanks for checking up on me. Oh. He smiled, and I felt my heart jump again. Oh my gosh. The piglet seemed to understand that we'd finished forming our teams and started wiggling around again. What did I say about pointing?
He's telling us to get into their ships. Alright, let's go.
Right. We all climbed into our spaceships. As soon as we were in, each one lurched forward, heading off in a different direction. Apparently, we'd be taking different routes. It looks like this turns it, and that controls the gun. Ah, it's one of these. Okay, I see now. Fortunately, the controls appear to be pretty simple.
Agreed. If there's a gun, that must mean we'll be fighting something eventually.
I pushed the stick to the side, and the ship began to rotate in that direction. A little more experimentation revealed we could rotate a full 360 degrees.
I've got experience with firearms, so I'll take the gun. Can you handle the steering?
No problem. The ship kept moving as we shifted around to get into position. Structural damage to the colony at 56%. Crew members should proceed immediately to the emergency exit. The moment the announcement finished, the cockpit display began to flicker to life.
Is this a map of the colony? This icon must be our ship.
The exit they were talking about is over there. I guess that's where we're supposed to go, but what are these PW things?
There's a number of them. What?
I guess those are monsters. Some sort of alien creature popped up in front of us. It's got ox horns.
Rotate 30 degrees to the right.
Roger. I nodded and put the ship around.
Ready.
He lined up his shot and finally pulled the trigger. With an appropriate lasery noise, a bolt of lightning shot out from the ship and hit the alien.
Did we get it?
Yeah, you hit... Wait! It takes more than one shot? Oh, maybe you have to hit the gem.
It's still there. What's going on? Shoot the blue jewel on its forehead.
That was my guess.
I see it.
Man, that's an awfully small target. He fired again, hitting the jewel perfectly and turning it from blue to red. Yes, you got him! Accompanied by the sound of an explosion, the alien toppled to the ground. I hope you wasn't on the tracks.
That was close. I didn't know we could talk to the other ships. You got us out of a tight spot. No problem. Can the others hear us too? Coming in loud and clear. I figure we're all on the same channel.
Be careful. Those things will attack you if you don't kill them first.
Understood. Watch yourselves out there. Contact us if anything happens. Aye, aye, Captain. Roger.
Be careful. We continued forward for a while, shooting any aliens that showed up until we reached a fork in the road. Where should we go? One of these heads to the emergency exit, but the other goes for one of the PWs. Normally you just go for the exit, but... What, do we have to find a boss?
In this game we can't be too careful. What do you think?
I'm curious about the PW. I'm kind of curious about what those PWs are about.
Me too. I don't think we'll be able to beat this game just by heading for the exit anyway.
Alright, PW1 it is.
Can you hear me, everyone? We're heading for PW1. Roger that. I'll take the exit then. Sounds good. We're heading for PW3.
Each ship moved toward its own destination. Oh my god, I just realized I went way over. Okay, we're gonna stop the video here, and we'll continue with our alien hunting thing, whatever, in the next episode. I don't know what to call this. But whatever the case may be, I hope to see you in that next video or one of my other ones. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.